Hey everyone, welcome to DittDott. My name is Amanda. Today I am again taking part of a collaboration of videos, and this time it is hosted by none other than the wonderful Cynthia Biggs from Our Biggs Adventure. So make sure that you check out the playlist in my description down below to find all the other channels that are participating in this Party Hearty collaboration. The theme of today's video is to create a comfort food. Originally, I was gonna do chicken tortilla soup, which I promise will be on this channel soon because that is actually my ultimate comfort food. I love chicken tortilla soup. But we just made a big old pot of chili last night, and I don't know, I just wasn't in the same soupy, I mean, chili's not quite soup, but you know what I mean. And what else evokes the sense of comfort other than like a cheesy, creamy pasta? Like, I don't know, but that does it for me. So today I am coming to you in my pajamas. These pug PJs are so freaking adorable because what else evokes comfort than being comfortable while you cook? So, and look, it's got a like really cute pocket for where your cell phone goes. Right now it's got my mic holding it. So while we cook in our PJs, we're gonna make this tasty, creamy, cheesy, one pot skillet meal. Let's get cooking. Echo is trying to distract me while I'm videoing in this Amazon box that we haven't put out in the garage yet because, you know, cats and boxes, right? So if you hear rustling noises in the background, that's Echo. Okay, first off, we're gonna start by seasoning up some chicken. I actually have small chicken breasts this week. Isn't that crazy? Like usually the chicken breasts have been like so giant, but I'm still gonna go ahead and cut these down and butterfly them so that way, or not butterfly them, but fillet them so that they just cook up faster. So I'll show that again because I think my bag was in the way. I just put my hand parallel and run my knife. Ideally, you should be doing this away from your stomach, not toward your stomach. I developed a very bad habit years ago doing it towards me, and I have a very hard time doing it the safe way. So do as I say, not as I do. So again, now see, this one's a little bit thicker, so I am gonna have to keep an eye on these as they cook because this one is gonna take a little bit longer than some of these small ones, but that's okay. All right, now that I have this chicken cut up, I'm going to sprinkle some Cajun seasoning on them. This is, I like to use a homemade Cajun mix because my family does not like spicy foods. So I just take some of the Cajun seasoning without the cayenne pepper. So it's onion powder, garlic powder, thyme, oregano, paprika, and I put some salt in here. And otherwise you would also add like red pepper flakes or cayenne pepper for a good, just basic Cajun seasoning. So I'm gonna pat these down, and I'm keeping one hand chicken free because I do not want to reach chicken fingers down in my spice container. So now that this hand is chickeny, I'm going to set my spices down and use this hand to sprinkle the other side. Try to do food safety. I mean, you know, minus cutting towards your stomach because we're not perfect, right? All right, I'm gonna spread these down now. Rub it in, give it a good rub down. It should turn the chicken a reddish tint from the paprika that is in the seasoning. Wash these fingers up and we'll take it over to the skillet. All right, let's get our skillet on, and I'm gonna put some olive oil or avocado oil, whatever. This is olive oil, but I'm using it mostly because my avocado oil is empty. Okay, we wanna get our skillet hot, and then we will put our chicken down to start cooking. So I don't know if you can tell, but the oil is starting to shimmer a little bit. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but when kind of shimmer and dance like that, you know it is hot, and we want to get this chicken in, and it should sizzle like that right when you put it in the skillet. You don't want to overcrowd your skillet. So dang it, I'm gonna have to do this in 2 batches. But that's okay. Those seasonings hitting the hot oil, it just already is smelling amazing. All right, while the chicken is cooking, would be a great time to chop up some vegetables. So I already chopped, before I started filming, 1 onion and 1 red bell pepper. You can, of course, use a green bell pepper. You could also add celery if you want. I'm trying to think if there's any other vegetables that might be good in here. Maybe some corn. I don't know. I'm going to stick with just onion and red bell pepper today. One thing that is important is when you go to flip your chicken, if it sticks like that, then it's not ready to flip, especially if you're using a non-stick skillet. But if it comes up like that, then that means that the protein has had time to start to get it caramelized, and you can flip it over. So, oh, look at that good color. The reason why your chicken might be sticking is because you don't give it enough time and you're not cooking at high enough heat. So go ahead and don't be afraid of a high heat skillet and give it time to actually caramelize. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my thermometer, because even though I've been cooking for over 25 years, I still like to rely on a meat thermometer when I'm cooking chicken, just because a lot of times when I'm in a rush, I want that chicken to cook faster than it wants to cook. And so I will it's done. But no, we want to get to 165. So we'll check on it in just a few minutes because it's not done yet. Got my skillet off because it was almost getting too hot. But look at the amazing color that we got on our chicken. Oh, love that. So we're gonna put it over here on a plate, let it rest while we cook up the vegetables. Now I'm gonna go ahead and leave all of these pan drippings down in my skillet. I don't care if it gives the final dish some really good color, because you know, Cajun cooking usually has a lot of color to it. But if you did get any kind of burnt bits, you might need to go ahead and rinse out your pan really quick and start fresh. But this brown is not burnt. It might look dark in the in the film, but it is not actually burnt. So I'm going to turn my stove back on, this time just to like medium. There's plenty of oil. I did add a little bit more avocado oil as my chicken was cooking because my skillet did start to dry out. But I'm going to go ahead and add in these onions and red bell pepper. Smell-o-vision, people. Let's invent it. It smells so good already. And the garlic at my store lately has been the absolute pits. So I've resorted to squeezed garlic, which is, you know, not too bad. And we're just going to let this start to cook down for a few minutes, get the vegetables soft before we move on to the pasta. Oh, well, let's go ahead and season them too. So they're going to pick up some of the seasoning. Oh, what I'm also doing is using these vegetables to kind of deglaze our skillet, if you will. If you wanted to add a splash of white wine at this point, that would be a good way to deglaze our skillet. I don't have any white wine, so you could also use chicken stock, but I'm just not going to even mess with that today. Okay, so go ahead and add just a little bit more salt to the vegetables. And we're going to add a little bit more of our Cajun seasoning to the vegetables themselves. Yum, yum, yum. Again, I'm taking the spirit of comfort food. My daughter, Maddie, she's like, Mom, comfort food should be associated with a memory and a warm feeling. And I do agree with that. But I also just cheesy, ooey gooey does it for me. So I'm okay with that. And I've been wanting to try this dish. It's been flip-flopping on TikTok. I will link the TikTok video down below if I can figure out how to do that. But so this is my first time doing a TikTok video. But this is my version of the TikTok video. I changed up a few things here and there. But when I saw that, it just hit me in the, oh my gosh, I want to eat that food place. And to me, that's comfort food. And just like the TikTok video that I found, there was no measurements, which is fine with me because I don't measure anyway. So we do everything by just kind of feeling it out, right? All right, so I'm gonna grab my orzo. So orzo is a very small pasta that is kind of rice shaped, but it's an actual pasta. If you don't have orzo and you really wanna make this on the fly, if you took some spaghetti noodles and just like chopped them up in a Ziploc bag, you know, where you can crunch them up and get like tiny little pieces of spaghetti noodles, that'd be a good substitute. So I'm gonna use about half this box. And again, I need to actually get a spoon. I'm gonna go ahead and get the orzo coated and around the vegetables. Oh my gosh. I am telling you guys, this is amazing. And we're gonna grab some milk and some chicken stock. Of course, my milk is out in the garage refrigerator, so I'm gonna push this to the back burner and run and grab my milk. A few weeks ago, I did a what's in my refrigerator video, and my UK friends were completely shocked at the size of an American refrigerator. Hold on, it's about to get dark. In that refrigerator tour, I briefly mentioned the idea of having a garage fridge, but there wasn't that much in it, so I did not include that in my tour. But a garage fridge comes in so handy at Thanksgiving, and there are definitely times where I stock it more, and then the freezer, of course, is full. All right, so I've got some milk. I'm gonna turn my stove back on, and we're gonna wanna cover the orzo, so with a combination of milk and chicken stock. Gotta do your pajama dance. All right, chicken stock. Again, we wanna basically cover up the orzo. I'm gonna put it on high first. We wanna bring it up to a boil, and then we're gonna lower it down to low to simmer it. And it'll probably only take, how long does orzo usually cook? 9 minutes. So we'll check on it in 9 minutes and see how it looks after it comes up to a boil. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to come up to a boil around the edges. So I'm going to make this go on to low, and I'm gonna put the lid on, but kind of like let it vent out just a little bit. We'll set our timer for 9 minutes. And while this is cooking, if you're enjoying this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, because I'm having so much fun growing my YouTube family, and I want you to be a part of it. And for my subscribers that have been around, we've now hit 1 year, and so thank you so much for being on this journey with me. All right, we'll be back when this is cooked for 9 minutes and check on it. Okay, so for the last minute and a half or so of the cooking time, I went ahead and took off the lid, and I just wanted to check on it, make sure it wasn't sticking, which it's not, and I wanted to make sure that all that extra liquid had boiled off. So let's give it a taste and see if we need to add any more seasoning. I got my little tasting spoon. Aren't these things so cute? Okay. Okay. Definitely need salt. Did not put enough salt in this. And then if you like black pepper, that would be good too. I might add a little bit of black pepper. Not too much. Again, last night I made kind of a spicy chili. So tonight I really don't want to throw any spice at my family so they don't get mad at me. I like spicy food, but my kids don't. And my husband likes mild spice, but not too hot. Oh, that's so much better. It's so good. Okay. Now, if you have heavy cream, like a splash of heavy cream would be good. I'm gonna add Parmesan. I don't have any heavy cream, but I wanna get like that extra creamy texture and flavor. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a chunk of some cream cheese, because that's what I do have in my refrigerator. So, I'm gonna put just a couple of tablespoons of cream cheese, just to kind of, like I said, bring together and make this extra creamy. So I actually turned off my skillet when the timer went off. It should still be hot enough to melt this cheese in. And then as you can see over here, I chopped up some parsley, some green onion, and I cut up all the chicken. And then the TikTok had a little bit splash of lemon juice, which I think might actually be pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a tiny little splash. They used basil, but I'm gonna use parsley instead today. Get this cream cheese incorporated. Look at that though. Okay, I'm gonna taste that. Oh wait, I forgot to put the lemon juice. So good. Splash, splash, not too much lemon juice. Just add a little brightness, and then let me, my herbs. Oop. All kinds of noise tonight because a little fresh greenery at the end of a dish just makes it pop. And you know, they say you eat with your eyes first. Oh, and y'all need some first person perspective of this. Look at this. Oh, yes. Let's plate this up and give it a taste. All right, so here is our final dish. It looks amazing. Another thought I had is if you don't have any cream cheese on hand, you could substitute sour cream and then just don't put any of the lemon juice in. Right now you're hearing my pug, Watson. You can see him in the reflection here. He knows I'm done cooking. He's ready for his dinner, but he needs to wait just a minute, Watson. We gotta taste this. We gotta taste it. This is so good. I've been on a huge red bell pepper kick lately. The grilled chicken, perfect on top, or pan fried, or pan skillet chicken. Seriously, this, yeah, just like, so comforting. I just want to sit here and eat this all up. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video so that I can call the family down and we can eat some dinner. I love that it was just one skillet and, you know, one plate to put the chicken on as you were cooking the rest of the dish. I love, you know, low fuss, not very messy meals that don't take many dishes. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I had filming it for you. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button before you click off, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys. Watson, we're gonna get you your nummy nums. We'll get you your nummy nums. Yeah, you being a good boy. Bye, everyone.